This is a matchup we've been waiting for. Conference rivals who don't like each other very much, and heightened intensity here because both teams come in ranked in the top 10. Welcome, folks, to the Plains in Jordan-Hare Stadium, the home of the Auburn Tigers. As we'll see a playoff team from last year, the Georgia Tech Yellow Jackets, taking on one of the top teams in this conference, the Auburn Tigers. For EA Sports College Football, Chris Fowler, joined as always by Kurt Crumstreet. Kurt, let's get right to the action. Kickoff team is out on the field. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone. The offense will start at the 25. Listen to the crowd energy here in the early going. This is a tough environment for visitors. Play action here on first down. Lets it go on the move. Incomplete. They cannot connect on the deep ball. Both teams sort of sparring in the early going. What we expect to be a really competitive top 10 showdown here mid-season.
Yeah, mid-season games like this are so exciting because you think you know who these teams are, and after today we'll have a much better idea. The team that plays mistake-free is going to be able to get out of here with a win.
So 2nd and 10 from the 25. Important to get something here to avoid that tough 3rd and long situation. Quarterback delivers complete to the right side. Tackle made to the 41. That's a nice gain, getting closer to midfield. That's a nice pickup there. They find some space in the zone and pick up the first down.
Yeah, really nice call here, Chris, to be able to pick up this first down on this drag route. The quarterback does a nice job of being patient, waiting for that window to open up in that zone, and he put it right on the money for the receiver to have a chance to not just catch it, but eventually get the first. Well, this offensive coordinator knew he was coming into a tough environment right away, going to some plays that he thinks have a chance to be successful. And how about this run play here to get things started on the opening drive?
The Yellow Jackets have 1st and 10 here. He's looking to throw. Grabbed by the receiver. Finding some room at the 25. And he finally steps out of bounds after a huge gain. It'll be 1st down and goal.
Well, a huge play by this offense. A good throw, a nice accurate throw. But I think it's the run after the catch that really impresses me. And early in this game, you got to think they're going to continue to go.
Motors all the way to the end zone. Touchdown, Yellow Jackets.
Well, that's an example right there of what vision and patience and ability can do for running back. He was on a mission to get into the end zone, and really, he made it look easy.
And it's 7-0 after the PAT. Got momentum after scoring that touchdown. Now the kickoff team out there to kick it away. He's going to bring this out a few yards deep in the end zone. Solid coverage there. They get him at the 15. That's where the offense will take over. And here's the handoff. It's good for a 3-yard gain, so 2nd and 7.
Nice job here of controlling the line of scrimmage by this offensive line. The back does what he needs to do to get positive yards on 1st down.
Quarterback wants to throw it on second down. And he's going to take a shot down the left side. The pass is intercepted. He could go. Past the 20. They'll finally bring him down, but what a play, the takeaway, and a huge gain on the return.
Nice job by this defense jumping on that football to come up with the interception. And not exactly how this quarterback envisioned this game starting. His very first throw of the game, he puts into traffic, and he costs his team in a big way.
First and goal, they'll try to run it in. And the senior able to make the stop after a short gain.
Chris, down here inside the 10-yard line, these are tough yards to come by. Positive yards, good push inside there by that offensive line.
Offense facing second and goal. Here's a run to the left, looking for the touchdown. And he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
What a great play by the defense here. Getting close to the goal line, not only do they come up with a big stop, but they send them backwards in the process.
He keeps it on a design run. No stopping him on that run. Touchdown, Georgia Tech.
Chris, that's what I love about this quarterback. It's a great touchdown, but he shows you his versatility. We know he can throw it, but here he shows you his speed and how he can make the defense pay for that as well.
Point after, up and good. So after putting up the touchdown, the kickoff team is out there to boot it away. So it'll be a touchback. Ball spotted at the 25. And the Auburn offense back out on the field. The last possession ended in an interception. Let's see if they continue to trust this quarterback in the passing game. On first down, it's play action. Running out of time in the pocket. He's got a receiver wide open here. They get him down, but a big play moves into the 45.
Work you put in the summer with the receivers and the quarterbacks, this is where it pays off. This is where that trust really can play out. This receiver lines up on the right side of the formation, works all the way across, and the quarterback almost can close his eyes, knows exactly where his man will be, and puts it right on the money.
And this one goes nowhere. Lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage. Offense getting set up. Here's second down. And the quarterback looking to make a play through the air. Scrambling, now he'll make the throw. And it's almost picked off. He trusted his arm, but a risky throw. Almost his second interception today.
Boy, oh boy, Chris, this quarterback is getting way too loose with the football. He's already thrown an interception on the last series. Almost has another one here. He's got to start taking better care of the football.
Offense been in reverse here. Now a long way to go to convert this third down. Quarterback looks to his right and finds his man. That's big. They convert on third and set him up first down from the 32.
What a clutch play here by this offense to convert on third down. I know it's still early in this game, but the fact that they've dug themselves a hole to convert there and keep this drive alive, they got a new set of downs and a chance to dig into this lead.
They get him down quickly, not much of a gain on that completion.
Quarterback looks downfield to make this throw. He wants to be able to get the ball to be able to pick up enough yards for a first down, but instead, he gets the ball at least underneath to the drag route and gets some positive yards.
Looking to throw it again. Receiver makes the catch. Defense reacts quickly. A very short gain on the play.
Chris, we're still early in this game, and you can already sense the chemistry between this quarterback and the wide receiver. These two just make it look so easy.
So the offense faces third and short from the plus 26. Might be four-down territory, but let's see what the call is here. They make the tackle, but that's enough to set him up first down at the 15.
One of the areas that separates good offensive coordinators from great ones is how efficient their offense is on third down passing plays. And that was a perfect call and really well executed.
He'll throw it now. And it's incomplete. He just missed his target, overthrowing it. Incomplete, so it's second down and 10. Here's the snap, and he's looking to throw. He's got it right near the end zone. And he's in. Touchdown, Auburn. Well, the call was sort of predictable, Kirk, but that tight end is just so tough to stop down here in the red zone.
Listen, speaking on behalf of all quarterbacks, you get down to the red zone, you're looking for that big target that you can trust. He's going to run a good route, and he's got a big wingspan to allow you to make a throw up into the air. He can go up and make a catch over most defenders. Really good execution. They come up with 6.
Make the extra point, cut the lead to 14-7. Kickoff team out there, they are fired up after just scoring a touchdown. And he'll lead the kickoff right there. Let's start from the 25. First play of the drive now from the 25. Here comes a first down pass attempt. Catch made on the right side. He's found some room at the 45. They get him down, but a big gainer to the 42.
Boy, nice job here by this offense, creating an opportunity for this receiver to excel after the catch. It's early in this game, so this defense better get their arms around this receiver because he could be a monster today.
After one explosive play, the offense suddenly moves inside the opponent's 45. The pickup is 7 yards. Now it's 2nd and 3.
What a great job to be able to establish some rhythm to an offense. When you can run the football like this, it just opens up the playbook. You can continue to run, you can go to play action, and really keep the defense on their heels when you can run the ball like this. Nice play.
He makes the grab. And he'll head out of bounds, but not before picking up enough for a first down.
Boy, it's one of the things I love about this running back. It's not just this defense trying to defend him running the football. As you can see here early in this game, trying to get him involved in the passing game. Great call.
And the Yellow Jackets will line up on 1st and 10. Off the play fake, looking to throw. Down he goes. It's a sack.
Well, you got to do a better job with your fake as the quarterback. The defense did not bite at all in the play action, allowing them to continue to come after the quarterback and come up with that sack.
Clock is running last minute in a very entertaining first quarter of play. 2nd down, we're going to throw it. And the completion made. And the defense swarms not much of a gain on that completion.
You know, they're completing passes, but they're not getting the ball downfield. It puts a lot of pressure on your receivers to make plays after the catch. Now you're 3rd down and long. You're going to have to get the ball thrown downfield if you want to be able to put drives together.
Important 3rd down play coming up after that completion. The gun now on 3rd down. Moves out of the pocket. He's going to take off. Oh, and he fumbles. The offense able to fall on it and avoid the turnover. Got lucky that time. Coach elects to try for 3 points and sends out the field goal unit. This will be a 43-yard attempt. Points on the board, and they add to their lead. They come away with 3 points on the drive, and now the kickoff team will boot it away.
Well, Chris, it's a nice kick here to polish off that drive with at least 3 points up on the board.
And from deep in the end zone, he'll bring it out. And the defense able to bring him down to wrap up the first quarter of play. We've had a good early quarterback duel so far, Kirk. Let's check out the stats. We'll see if this game gets out of hand before halftime, the crucial second quarter beginning right now. So here we go, first play of the quarter. The offense has a first down. From the shotgun now, here's a handoff inside. And the freshman brings him down quickly.
It's exactly what you want to see as a play caller. You get positive yards to be able to kind of keep you on schedule as a play caller. That's all you can ask for. Good job up front and a nice run.
Quarterback looking to throw it on second down. Receiver makes the grab. Defense wraps him up after the catch, but he's just short of a first down.
You see more and more offenses in college football going to 3 receivers, and the slot receiver a lot of times can become the go-to guy. He gets mismatches against either safeties, a nickelback, or a linebacker walked out, and you can take advantage of it.
Enough for a first down at the 37.
Third down, I think the defense is really expecting the ball to go through the air. Instead, the offense keeps it on the ground, gives it to one of the more skilled players, and he gets the yards he needs. Move the sticks.
Nice run. He's brought down to the 44.
Man, you know, the back gets a lot of the attention here. He's a good back. I love to see that offensive line win the battle at the line of scrimmage.
Second down after that run on the previous play. They'll run it from the gun. And they'll stop him short of the line to gain.
You know, in the RPO game, the quarterback's got to make really sound decisions on that read. Either give it when it's the right time or you pull it out and make the throw. Here, I think he's kind of in that gray area, decides to hand it off and at least picked up some positive yards.
A bullet, but it's incomplete, brings up fourth down.
Man, on your own side of the field, you're playing a risky game here, third and short. Your goal should just be keep this drive alive the best way you can sometimes is just hand the ball off to your running back and have him get behind that offensive line and go to work. Curious to see what they do now here on this fourth and short.
Here we go. The coach rolling the dice. 4th and 1 in his own territory. Tackle is made very near midfield. Good enough for a first down.
Well, these are the kind of situations you practice every week. You got to be able to get a yard. And the offensive line was able to give them just enough push to convert here on the ground. Clearly, they've done this drill before countless times, and it shows.
That one falls incomplete. Good defensive play. Brings up second down.
That's a misfire there, Chris. This passing game has got to be able to get into sync and find a rhythm.
And the incompletion now makes it 2nd and 10 from the 49. Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Makes a quick round. Runner scoots out of bounds after gaining decent yards.
Chris, I love the versatility of this running back. We're seeing what he can do on full display on this drive. He's been running the football very well. This time, they get him the ball out of the backfield, catching it, and he gets another positive gain.
The shotgun running play call.
Chris, I know it's not a huge game. You didn't pick up the first down, but it's still early in this game. Never abort this running game. You keep working. It's kind of like a body blow in a boxing match. Keep wearing the defense down, and eventually you can hit a big one.
Second down after that run on the previous play. From the shotgun, drops back looking for an open man. Looks toward the sideline, finds the running back. 0 running room, stopped right at the line of scrimmage.
I think the quarterback felt he had an opportunity to get the running back out in space, but a great job by the defense. He had nowhere to go.
They're backed up here, trying to make something happen on 3rd and long. Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. That ball snagged for a completion. They get him to the ground, and it's first down now at the 28. Auburn getting set with a 1st and 10 coming up.
Quarterback sees that this defense is dropping way back in zone coverage, so he does the right thing. Gets it underneath to that drag route and picks up a first down.
Defense having to dig deep. Play number 13 on this drive. Quarterback looking to pass here on second down. The pass rush closing in. Finds a receiver in the middle of the field. They bring him down at the 7. The offense set up now with a 1st and goal.
One thing we know for sure, I don't know as a play caller, you can make that call without a quarterback who can throw it with a big arm. He put that on a rope.
He's swarmed by the defense. 2nd and goal for the offense. There's the snap. They'll set up to throw. Pass caught. Can he get in? And he scores! Touchdown, Tigers! But they were backed up to start the drive, but some bold play calling, great execution, and they reached the end zone.
You know, it's easy to just kind of pull your horns in and get conservative when you're pushed way back close to your own goal line, but not this offense. They came out, showed the confidence that they have in their quarterback, and it paid off. Nice touchdown.
PHC is good. They still trail, though. Got momentum after scoring that touchdown. Now the kickoff team out there to kick it away. And that kick will just bounce into the end zone for a touchback. They'll start at the 25. So the first play of the drive coming up here. Under 3 minutes to play before half. And looking to throw now on 1st down. Defense is coming after him. And it's incomplete, even on a 1st down throw. He was under some heavy pressure.
Well, they go with the dagger concept here on this play, but unfortunately the quarterback could not get it to his intended target running on that vertical route.
At the 25, it's 2nd and 10. Can they make it a 3rd and manageable here? Looking to pass here on 2nd down. Looking for his big tight end. Makes the catch downfield. That's a big gain before he goes out of bounds. It'll move the sticks. More than enough for a 1st down.
And here the tight end shows off his hands for a nice gain. Love to see the big man get his touches.
The offense operating at peak efficiency. They come to the line again. 1st down, looking to throw the ball. Lets it go quickly. What a catch! They finally get him down, but not before he reaches the 28.
Yeah, you know this defense has got to be frustrated after giving up multiple conversions now on 1st downs. There's another one. But for the offense, man, they're just playing very efficiently right now.
Offense keeps moving. It's a completion for a 1st down. There's the snap. Quarterback looking to throw. He's running out of time here. And the sophomore, a little bit too much air into that throw.
It's pretty simple as a defensive coordinator. When the quarterback drops back to throw, if we get pressure on him, we got a chance to slow him down and win the football game. If we don't, it could be a long afternoon. Good job here by dialing up the pressure.
Second and 10 now from the 28 after the incompletion. They look to throw it here on 2nd down. The receiver makes the catch. Defense surrounds him. Just a short gain on that completion.
This quarterback has a lot of different options, but I don't mind him getting this wide receiver involved so early in the game. Let him build up his confidence. He could have a monster day for him.
Now it's 3rd and short from the 24. One of those line of scrimmage battles that could help decide this game. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Quick throw, testing the middle. Oh, what a grab! Tackles made quickly, but they are knocking on the door at the 8-yard line.
And you just continue to see the chemistry between these two. And they told us yesterday in our production meeting, they spent hours and hours of working and developing that chemistry and that rhythm by throwing together throughout those summer months. And, man, it's starting to really pay off. He's become his security blanket for the quarterback, and especially on third down, get him the ball.
First and goal, handoff. And he's tackled down at the 4-yard line. Defense getting pushed back.
A pretty good push up front here by this offense line to get some positive yards here. You wonder if they're going to be able to run it in, or they're going to have to spread this defense out and try to find a one-on-one matchup and put the ball through the air for the touchdown.
Coming up, second down and goal. Press coverage now from the secondary. Little eye candy here from the offense. Some pre-snap motion. Looking to score with a run to the right. Breaks the tackle to get back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it.
It's a nice play by this defense, and now you're thinking about third down and goal from around the 5-yard line. You got a real shot to come up with a stop here. Whether they run it or throw it, you get a stop here and maybe hold them to 3 points.
So the offense takes the field in the final seconds of the half. Chance for just a couple more plays. Third and goal. Looking to throw the ball. Touchdown, Yellow Jackets. This passing game is on fire today.
I'll tell you what, in this first half, this quarterback seems to be making all the right reads and showing the accuracy that he's shown all year long. Outstanding pass, great conversion. They put 6 more on the board.
Now the all-important extra point. And the kick is up and good. They tack on a point to their lead. So an important touchdown just before halftime. Not much time for the opposing offense to try to answer before the break. And it comes out to the 25. No return attempted there. So they start the drive here, looking to make something happen in the final seconds before halftime. From the shotgun, handoff inside. The game moves the ball to the 34. Miller's going to wrap up the first half here. Let's kick it now to Kevin Connors with our halftime update. Yellow Jackets will kick this away to start the second half. He's going to return it from deep in the end zone. Solid coverage there. They get him at the 15. That's where the offense will take over. And the Auburn offense is back out on the field now. Looking for a fast start here at the beginning of the third quarter. Down by a couple of possessions. First play of the third quarter is a handoff. They'll tackle him right at the 25-yard line.
Setting the tone early with good runs like this can really wear a defense down and keep the defense guessing. That's why some of the best coaches of all time have primarily done it with great run games.
Second down after that run on the previous play. Brought down after a solid run by the senior. The offense looks fired up to begin the second half. That's the kind of play they needed to give them a spark.
Absolutely. I know they're down in this game. Clearly something was said at halftime to try to get this offensive line engaged, and it looks like it's working. They're playing with a different kind of energy. Let's see if they can do it again. Defense does a really nice job here of being able to contain that run game. Held them just to 2 yards. Chris, to me, This changes the playbook a little bit now for the offense. The guy calling the plays at 2nd and 8, that's a different deal. Now he's got to probably thinking about going through the air instead of staying on the ground.
Nice run. He's brought down to the 44.
It's a good, solid game. 5 or 6 yards. Love to see that from the running game.
Urgency now for the offense. They'd hate to come up empty on this drive, down multiple scores. Looking to pick up the first down through the air. That one is incomplete. The defender was right there, and it brings up 4th down now.
What a hit there on 3rd down. The timing was perfect, and now we got a big 4th down play.
Now the offense will spend a timeout here, wanting to come up with the perfect call on this important play coming up. And here comes the punter onto the field.
On to kick it away.
Not what he was hoping for. Instead of pinning the offense deep, it's a touchback. Georgia Tech offense is back out there. Off the play fake, looking to throw on 1st down. The short completion at the tight end. Tackled right at the 30, good enough to move the sticks.
Well, this is why running the football is so important. You run the ball, and then you go play action. It affects the eyes of the safeties and the linebackers and frees up some space for the tight end to be able to pick up a nice gain.
1st down and 10 now. Here's the handoff. They tackle him behind the line, a loss of 4. They don't block the defensive end, who shows some quickness, Kirk, getting around the edge that time.
Yeah, this guy's usually getting around the edge to put pressure on the quarterback, but he reminds everybody here that this guy's a complete package. Not only can he pressure the quarterback, but also he is very, very talented and shows you the physicality he has against the run as well.
And they hit him just as he releases the ball. It's incomplete.
Anytime a quarterback's able to recognize a free rusher like that, that's what the check down is for. He has to recognize the protection issues quickly and pivot.
The offense now facing a 3rd and long from the 26. Got to avoid a mistake here. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Close to the tight end. Catch made on the right side. That's a big gain. They stop out at the 42. That's a solid gain. Get closer to midfield.
Well, this quarterback is unflappable. Here they are working with the lead in the 2nd half. Get to a 3rd down. You got to throw the football. This is where you trust the quarterback to make a good decision, an accurate throw. He does it. You convert, and you keep working that clock.
And that game moves the ball across midfield. 1st down coming up from the 46.
Nothing better than an offense on 1st down to be able to pick up big positive yards like that. You can either keep giving it to the back, or it can set up play action and get the defense to come up to the line of scrimmage, and you can throw it over top of it.
On 1st down, they'll keep the running game churning. He's past the marker and still going. They make the stop at the 34, but suddenly this offense is in scoring position now. 1st down.
Boy, this defense seems to be confused. That's back-to-back big carries for 1st downs. They better get it together, or this could be an easy drive for this offense.
And the Yellow Jackets line up on 1st and 10 now. And the single back takes the handoff. And he'll be smothered right at the line for no gain.
The offense has had really good rhythm in this drive, running the ball, throwing the football. It seems like every play has been positive yards until that stop right there by the defense.
Offense getting set. It's 2nd down. From the shotgun, he's probing the secondary. Pressure is coming. And the sophomore QB with an inaccurate throw threw it behind his man.
Chris, we're all guilty of this. We all look at the big plays, the quarterbacks, the offense, how many points, how many yards. And sometimes we overlook the most important aspect of the game, the offensive line. You've got to do a good job consistently protecting the quarterback, and it all comes down to the offensive line. And here, they hurry the quarterback, and they blow up the play.
That's the tight end flexed out into the slot, looking for a matchup there, Kirk.
Well, it is a matchup because he has the size where he's very difficult to be able to match up for his safety, and he's got the speed to be able to outrun a linebacker. That's why they like to flex him out like that and be able to pick up nice big gains like this.
End zone ahead. Tackled at the 1-yard line. Couldn't quite get in, but an excellent run.
Oh, come on, ref. Give it to him. What a huge run. He takes it all the way down to the 1-yard line. And you can tell once he got through that second level of the defense, he was thinking, I'm taking this to the house.
And he busts into the end zone. Touchdown, Georgia Tech.
Chris, it's a great touchdown run here by this back, but the continuity of this offensive line was on display, and that's the reason he was able to get into the end zone.
Now they line up to kick the extra point. And the PAT puts them on 17 now. So after putting up the touchdown, the kickoff team is out there to boot it away.
Set to advance on the football.
He's going to bring it out of the end zone from a couple yards deep. Solid coverage there. They get him at the 15. That's where the offense will take over. Here's the first play of the drive now, backed up at the 15. They'll go with the ground game here. Running back takes the handoff. He's tackled just short of the 20-yard line.
Hat on a hat up front. Good job of opening up the holes. Anytime you can get positive yards on first down, that's a win.
What's the play call here on second down for this offense? And he drops back in the gun. Caught by the receiver. Breaks into open space. They get him down, but that's a nice play. Moves the ball to the 33.
That's tough for this defense. You give up the catch, but you also let the receiver break a tackle and get some yards afterward.
First and 10 play coming up. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. As the first down is still going.
Boy, how about that play, Chris? That thing just opened up. The back shot through there with great acceleration. What a pickup there on first down.
First down here for this offense. Quarterback drops back. We're going to test the secondary. Snags the quick throw. They get him down, but not before he gets to the plus 38. How aggressive will they be on this first down play?
Well, there's no time to sit there and talk to each other as a defense. You give up a big gain for a first down, and already you got to get lined up because here comes the ball again.
You make the tackle, but the game moves the ball to the 28.
You know, offensive linemen are just a certain breed. They're always going to do their job, no matter who's back there carrying the ball. But I'll tell you what, they have a little bit more confidence when the person that's carrying the ball can break off some big-time runs. That makes them block just a little bit harder, knowing what he's potentially capable of doing.
Looking to throw it on first down. And it's incomplete. The defender arrived the same time as the football, and now it's second down.
Chris, I thought he had his hands on that football. I thought he was going to come down with it. But give the defense all the credit with a big hit to knock that ball loose.
Now it's second down here. Offense looking to throw the ball. Pass ball is incomplete. There was a lot of contact. No penalty. Brings up third down. Urgency now for the offense. They'd hate to come up empty on this drive, down multiple scores. Drops back, looking to throw for it on third down. Lets it fly out of the wideout. Can't hold on. Good defensive play. Brings up a fourth down.
Hey, it's an incompletion, but it's a nice job by the quarterback. I know it didn't pan out, but the most important thing is he didn't turn the football over and he didn't take a sack. It'll give your kicker a chance to put some points on the board if they opt for the field goal here on fourth down.
Oh, and he missed it. The kick is no good. The deficit remains 17 points off the miss.
Now, that's going to go down as an empty possession for this offense. No points as he's off target. And now you can see he's hanging his head. That poor kicker.
Here's the first play of the drive. He started at 28. Off the play fake on first down. Looking deep to the right side. Downfield shot falls incomplete. Couldn't quite connect there.
You know, I like the quarterback's patience here, and instead of trying to force the issue and squeeze the ball into coverage, he just decides to just basically throw it away and live for the next down.
This should be the last play of the quarter coming up. After the incompletion, QB tries it again on 2nd and 10. Makes the throw across the middle of the field. Caught! He's wide open. Look out! Stopped at the 43, but that's enough to make a first down. And as we take a break, take a quick look at how the national rankings stack up in the chase for those playoff positions. Back at it to start the quarter. Offense getting set to run a first down play. Out of the shotgun, he hands it off. Gets the first and still running. He's brought down, but the gain moves the ball to the 39.
You know, I'd say this run is pretty emblematic of what we've seen all day long. No matter what they've done on offense, the guys up front have controlled the line of scrimmage. They've given a quarterback time to throw. They've been able to run, really, whatever they wanted to. That's why the points are going up on the board. Right now, the psyche of this offense is we're in control, and we can do whatever we want, whatever we feel like doing.
That's a nice tackle there by the senior.
Chris, this back has had a great day. They're winning the football game. I just looked at my stats. This guy's at 99 yards on the day. You can tell how badly he wants to cross the 100-yard threshold. He's been superb today.
2nd down after that run on the previous play. Quarterback drops back from the shotgun. Looking to scramble. He's going to pull it down and run. Tackle made at the 26-yard line. This offense getting closer to the red zone.
This is why I love the quarterbacks that can make things happen. Here you have an opportunity to try to create. Nothing's there. Play breaks down. Instead of just throwing it away, he sits back, sees nothing downfield, decides to be able to pick up the first down by himself. Impressive run to pick up the first, keep this drive moving.
Play action here on first down. He breaks free. Slides to avoid the big hit.
Well, they did a good job of getting pressure on the quarterback, but, man, make the play, bring him down. Instead, they give up positive yards here on the scramble.
The Yellow Jackets are in the red zone. Hand it off. Has a path to the end zone. Touchdown, Yellow Jackets. And their route is on.
I think we're starting to kind of see a theme here, Chris, today. That's his 2nd touchdown. The offensive line doing their job, and he's doing an outstanding job of just reading the defense, finding the hole, and being able to pick up big yards and touchdowns.
The extra point is good, and they stretch the lead a little bit more. Kickoff team out there, they are fired up after just scoring a touchdown.
14.
Well, he thought about coming out, but instead takes a knee and to bring the football to the 25-yard line. And the Auburn offense trots back onto the field. On 1st and 10, looking to throw. Looking right, this one caught. Stop out at the 39, but good enough for a first down.
Hey, it's positive yards, right? That's never a bad thing. But let's face it, these guys got a long way to go in a short amount of time to do it. So let's get the ball downfield, and let's get out of bounds to try to preserve that clock.
On the move now. Choosing to just throw the ball away that time. 2nd down play now coming up.
Well, this defensive plan has been masterful today for this defensive coordinator. Good job of attacking the quarterback, whether he's inside the pocket, chasing him to the outside, and on the back end, they are locked into tight coverage, not giving his quarterback any options at all. It's no wonder they're winning by so much here in the 4th quarter.
Not enough on that one. It falls incomplete.
It's just so hard in these late-game situations when you're trailing by this much to try to get the ball downfield against nickel or dime coverage. They're inviting you to take that underneath throw, hoping you burn the clock as you go.
Looking to throw yet again. The receiver grabs it. They move the ball to the 48 and earn a fresh set of downs.
Chris, here we are in the 4th quarter. These guys are trailing. Hadn't been a great day, but with this quarterback, he's as gifted as anybody in the country. You never count these guys out.
Pass is caught. Heads out of bounds as a short gain on the play.
One thing I love about this back is how he gets involved in the passing game. Nice catch here.
A completion makes it 2nd down. Looking for a receiver. The pocket breaking down. Trying to create here on the move. And it's intercepted as he threw it back across his body that time. Not a big return, but the pick ends the scoring threat. The offense will now take over at the 30.
Well, that interception really about cost him the game here. And I understand. You got to do everything you can to get back in it, down by a couple scores. But the interception, for the most part, seals the deal for the defense.
And here comes the Georgia Tech offense back out on the field. Grinding away with the running game. Nowhere to run up the middle.
Chris, textbook job by the defense surrounding the runner and preventing that play from being bounced to the outside.
Set. Here's 2nd down. Motion by the back will make the defense adjust. Handoff taken, heads off right tackle. Breaks loose at the 40. They bring him down at the 44. That's a solid gain, getting closer to midfield now.
You know, the thing that's really stood out today for this offense has been the balance. You know, they've gotten some yardage out of the running back. He's done his job. The offensive line is protected and given the quarterback a chance to be able to throw the football. He's been able to throw the football into the end zone. Now they're just looking to put on the finishing touches to win the game.
First and 10 now for the offense. He'll hand it off. He's got the first down and still motoring. That's a solid gain. Moves the ball into enemy territory. First down now at the 40. They knew they're going to need clutch plays like that, Kirk. This is a battle we expected to come down to the final minutes. It looks like the higher-ranked team's going to dodge the upset and move on.
Yeah, good for them to be able to close this game out. They played very, very well and very deserving. For the loser in this game, still an opportunity to learn from your mistakes. Try to get yourself in position to still make a run at the end of the year. That's the mark of a well-coached team. These guys don't even pay attention to the score. They're just out there executing and churning up yards. Good, solid run there as this clock continues to wind down. This offense has had a great day.
And they'll use the ground game here. Eludes a tackle. They've got him down, but the offense gets the first down they needed to just run the clock out.
Chris, what I love here is just the vision by the running back. Showing great patience, the hole opens up, and then he's able to use his speed to pick up some good yards.
Looks like he didn't get the snap off in time. That'll cost him 5 yards. Delay of game penalty will cost the offense 5. Offense shoots itself in the foot. It's 1st and 15. Takes the toss, testing the right side here. So they make the tackle what will be the final play of the game as the clock hits 0-0.